Hi, my name is Cameron Carlson with AnimeLocation.tv. We're here at Matsuricon 2014 with Miss Darrel Guilbeau.
Yes, hi everybody. I'm very, very happy to be here. My first time here at Matsuricon.
Awesome. Now it's been about a year since the last time I got to see you. It was at OhioCon 2013. How have you been since then?
Doing well. I can't complain. I'm still working. That's always a good thing.
Alrighty, and so we're going to get into it. And now you're in the hit show Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic. How fun was that in being a fan and getting that reaction to the show? How were fans reacting to it?
It's been kind of new for me with Magi of people coming up to me and knowing that I'm in it, because my character sort of comes in towards the end of the show. So I think when it was first playing, people didn't know I was in it. And but now, I'm seeing more and more like people cosplaying the characters, and especially this year of just seeing more and more people doing that. So that's kind of cool.
Awesome. Now, you seem to work well with your fellow Louisianan, Mr. Kyle Hebert. How is it working on a lot of cool projects with him? Because I know that I keep up with him and you guys both talk really heavily about all the great projects you're doing. So how is it like working with another fellow Louisianan? And of course, you get to use your both have unique last names, which a lot of people don't know how to pronounce right. So it's kind of cool because you're like, I can pronounce that name the right way.
Yeah, well, I love that. There aren't that many Cajun people really in the world, so it's kind of weird that there's two of us who are doing voiceover for anime, Guilbeau and Hebert, these two French Acadians. I always love being in a project with Kyle because he's, first rate. He's number one.
All right. So tell us about the new web series, Bozos. Tell us about that project.
A few months ago, I got cast in a web series called Bozos, and I'm a guest star in one of their episodes, but it's a lot of fun. It's about these clowns who do children's parties, and one of them is an alcoholic and doesn't like being a clown. And at every episode, they have sort of like a foil, whether it's the kids or another person. And in my episode, the episode is called Dummy. And I play this ventriloquist who's a very, very nice guy, but he has a Nazi dummy. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. So you can actually, if you Google, Bozos, the web series, or Bozos, the series, you can find them on Facebook, also on Tumblr. And you can see my photo on Tumblr with my dummy Hans. So it's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Now, what are some of the challenges for the cast and crew when working on a web series as compared to a live action work?
Say that again?
What challenges do you guys face working on a web series versus a live action shoot? So, what's the differences between that? Because web series is kind of short, quick, everything's out, while as a live action could be months to weeks to days of filming rather than maybe 2 to 3 days.
Yeah. That is the thing. It is definitely sort of a quicker process, but it still takes a lot of time even to do some of these little short films or web series, because there's still a lot of setups. But like for my part, it was that one day, So it was a pretty long day, even for something like that. But of course, if you're doing a film or something, it's going to be a lot longer. Yeah.
All right, and now it says in your bio that you were in the film Wind Talkers. That was directed by John Woo. How's it like working on that project with him, knowing that he has such a large grandeur in the film community, knowing that the Doves are going to get there at some point?
Exactly. No, I was honored to be able to be in that film, and I had actually gone, my agent sent me to the audition, and there were tons of people, auditioning, and I said, oh my God, I'm not going to get this. So I just did my thing, and then I got a call that I got it. It's a small part, but I'm a battleship petty officer, but I was so glad to be in it. And we filmed, my little part actually was filmed, it's supposed to be a battleship, but we actually filmed on a set in San Pedro, California. And I speak some Cantonese. So John Woo was walking by at lunchtime, and I said, it's like, so do you speak Cantonese? And he looked at me like, and like was surprised that this Guaylo, white guy, was speaking Cantonese. So I was trying to if you ever need a white guy to speak some Cantonese in a movie, here I am. But that never happened.
That's actually a unique trait to know about you. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't speak it fluently, but I can. I used to live in Hong Kong, so I picked up a lot.
That's unique. Now, as an actor, you ever use your talents in voice acting for stage and television work, because we talk to a lot of voice actors that do both or almost like everything under the sun. So it's kind of like, what do you use differently for each part? You know, what would you bring from the voice acting world into the theater, but then from theater into voice acting? Because I did theater, and you're told to project your voice whenever you do something. So, in the booth, you don't want to be doing that. So what would you say would be one of those things that you're like, all right, I'm going to take from here and here, and then put it in here to here?
Well, I mean, I think most of it comes down to the subtlety of acting, of knowing how to develop a character, and actually just knowing how to apply it to each medium. Because, like you said, theater, you have to project. Where I've done like Shakespeare in the Park and like with no microphones, as opposed to here I am in this little booth and I can't just scream my lungs out. You have to learn how to put that intensity, but without it driving the sound people crazy.
Those sound engineers would love you.
Oh yeah, no, you'll never work again.
Now, a big project to be part of was Samurai Champloo, which is one of my favorites, and it's been over a decade. It's over a decade old. People are still finding it and loving it. How is it knowing about that was your first project and it's such a classic hit with anime fans?
So that was a decade ago, right?
Literally a decade.
Okay, I was 12 years old when I did it. That is also one of my favorites because I just love the whole hip-hop kind of vibe with the music and that whole thing. And it's still one of my favorite characters, even though I'm only in 2 episodes, but I love the episodes. I thought it was a very intense kind of character, so it was a lot of fun to play. Yeah.
As I say, Samurai Champloo doesn't have too many continuation episodes either, so when you go from episode to episode as a character, that's pretty cool. So it always hits me because I watched that actually years and years later through Funimation. They relicensed it, and I got the whole set together, and I was like, I'm going to sit down and watch this in one go. So I literally sat there for a whole day and just watched Samurai Champloo.
Yeah, it's a great show. I'm so glad to be a part of it. Yeah.
Now, again, projects, we know about those pesky little NDAs that you guys got to sign, but are there any ones other than Bozo's that you want some fans to check out? Like, I know The Blue Exorcist has had a movie come out. There's always tons of good games coming out. I know the last time we talked, you had a couple series that you were kind of like, didn't know yet. Yukai Clan had come out. Yeah. So any other projects you want fans to really, really know about that you want them to get out there?
Well, definitely check out Newer Rise of the Yokai Clan. That's been out a little bit longer, but I don't think it's as well known. But it's a great 2-season series. Also was in Dynasty Warriors 8 that came out. I had a great character in that. Two characters, Yujin and Shushu. Now I'm also right now working on Magi, the 2nd season, which is now recording. And I'm working on a brand new anime series that I can't say, but I'm loving my character. Very different kind of role for me, so I hope it's well received.
All right, and then of course we always ask us, because we want fans to be able to get out to you, is there any way fans can keep track of you on the internet, like a Facebook, all that type of jazz? And then of course a final message for all your wonderful fans that will be watching.
I'm not really a great social media person. Sorry. But you can always find me on Facebook, and I do post things on my Facebook page about what cons I'm going to, as well as what shows are coming out, any acting things that are going on, and pictures of my cat. So you can friend me on Facebook, and I'll reply, and just put on your note that you know me from anime. And again, I really appreciate everyone that I meet, the fans that come up to me at cons and show their appreciation, not just for me, but also for the shows and anime in general. So I just appreciate any time that you guys just come out and say hi and all that stuff. So I love doing what I do. I feel so grateful. I can't believe I do what I do. Really, I mean, every time I get a job, I feel so blessed and lucky, and I don't know what else to say, and so I'm so grateful for all those who support us in the anime world.
Thank you so much, Darrel. Thank you for coming out and hanging with us. Thank you so much.
To you in the hall.